Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here for this meeting. Appreciate you attending and being with us this evening. There is a sign-up sheet in the back for attendance. Please make sure that you sign in. We'd love to know who all is with us. Mr. Faust, can you attest that there's a quorum, sir?
I can.
Thank you, sir. Invocation, Pastor Brian Shaull, are you with us, sir?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Would you provide an invocation for us, please?
Yes, sir. Father, I thank you for this evening that we all can come together, and we pray over our city right now for Jasper, one that we love so much, and we ask that you would give us wisdom and understanding on how to serve in any capacity that we may have. Lord, I lift up families that need your help during this time. I pray for business owners. I pray for our first responders. Lord, I pray for this council tonight, that you would just give wisdom and understanding with anything that's brought to the table. We thank you for all you have blessed us with and what you continue to do. We want to just be able to work together and bring unity, I pray. In Jesus' name, amen.
For the pledge, we have American Legion Post 149 with us this evening.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This time we're going to move into the presentations on the agenda. We have the American Legion and the VFW first. Who was presenting on that? Miss Angie Miller?
Wow.
Come on up. Yes, ma'am. Welcome.
Hey. Hey, my name is Angie Miller. I'm the Senior Vice Commander of the American Legion. I'm also a member of the VFW also. I just want to say thank you to Mayor and to the City Council. So first and foremost, I want to invite you all out to our Veterans Day parade, which is going to be Tuesday, November 11th at 10 o'clock. We're going to start the parade. Can you do that first or next? I'm sorry. Okay, let's just see it. Go pick my tail up. No, I can do that last. It'll start. It'll start at the Snova Bank and end at the Memorial Park. It's going to be a short ceremony. That will end there at the park. So again, we can invite all y'all out to that. We would love to have you. If you haven't put in anything to join us in the parade, we still have plenty of vacancies to put in floats or just participate. Again, it's our Veterans Day parade. And tonight I'll be speaking on behalf of the 4 VSOs here in our community and in our county. VSOs are Veteran Service Organizations here in Pickens County. They're the American Legion, the DAV, United States Marine Corps League, and we have new to this county, Veterans of Foreign War. Ron Coulter, he is our newest commander. So thank you, Ron Coulter, for starting something and having a dream to starting something like that. But tonight I want to talk to y'all about something that's so pressing. In Pickens County, we have 12.2% veterans here in the county that identify as veterans. So the gentleman that that I'm about to introduce to you, Jay Mesbach, James Anderson, Gerald Faulkner, and Ron Coulter. If y'all could all just stand up for just 1 second. Here's what we call the big 4 in all of our VSOs. These are the leaders in the community that take charge and lead veterans to do services, who lead not only just community services, but take charge in things such as Toys for Tots, Toys for Tots for Marine Corps, Military and Honor Guard, and Ceremony and Color Guard for DAV. We have veterans parades for American Legion, academic scholarships, Boys and Girls State for American Legion, and then we also have different VFW projects that we are now just starting in the community. So those 4 gentlemen right there have decided to take charge in this community, along with thousands, 2,200 veterans alone in this community that is now, that we now have currently in Pickens County alone. And so within these organizations, we are accredited by the VA, which means Congress allowed, y'all can sit down, I'm sorry. They're like, we got back problems. Please, I'm sorry. But all of these organizations have been accredited by Congress, by VA, which means they help out veterans that need benefits, that need assistance, that need some type of help getting their benefits, and also need support. So you think, well, how can that be that they still need help? If all of these organizations are doing everything they can. So the 501c that is a nonprofit, 501c19 nonprofit veteran organization that is also a tax deduction donation. So each of these organizations, we meet monthly. So we don't get enough funds because we're also doing to the community. We're helping out when there's a need. So I'm gonna backtrack just a little bit. So what do you not see that we're doing? So there's a veteran, maybe he's homeless. He needs food. Maybe there's somebody that needs their power bill paid. Maybe there's somebody else in the community that says, I don't have enough for my house payment. That's another. So that's why we're falling short each time with all these different things that we're trying to do. But here lately, we've been told once again in this organization that meets once a month, it's only temporary. You're home to where you meet. It's only temporary. You're gonna have to move again because the location that you're at, the road's gonna widen and you're gonna have to move. So the reason why that we're coming to you again tonight is to say, we need y'all's help. We're hoping that y'all can find us a building. We're hoping that y'all can find us some land. We're hoping just maybe that y'all can find us some funds. We know that y'all aren't God. But we're hoping that maybe y'all can find a percentage in your budget. But deep down somewhere, maybe if y'all don't have that, maybe there's somebody that does. So in our vision, all these VSOs, we all work together to establish a permanent home for these veterans, just like myself. You all know that we all signed a blank check at some point in our lives to the government that says, yes, we agreed to serve, but we never stopped serving. This is our hometown. This is our county that we're never going to stop serving. And so we just hope that at some point that we can all agree that we're going to serve together and not serve apart. So I appreciate y'all's time and energy that hopefully we can work together with this. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I did want to talk to you, just kind of remind y'all about the Veterans Day Parade. That is next Tuesday. It's at 10 o'clock. The city will start closing roads down and kind of getting things organized about 8 o'clock that morning. We met with Jay and with Angie and with Dave, who is not here this evening, and talked about some of the things that they, kind of cool things that they're going to have at the parade. Do you want to talk about some of the participants that are coming up, about Rosie and...
So we do. We have a 104-year-old Rosie DeRiver. So she was celebrated along with another one this past year with their birthday. We recently lost one. But we're so excited. Rosie is going to be our grand marshal this year. We also have an amazing, we thought it was a World War II Jeep, but it's a Korean Jeep. Thank you, Jim. He's our secretary, he's our treasury, at the American Legion. So we've put forth some amazing effort this year to not just have it a small Veterans Day. We're hoping to have it a pretty amazing Veterans Day parade. And so we've got that. We've invited a lot of veteran-owned businesses who not only are veteran-owned businesses to be patriotic, but those who employ veterans. Again, I'll invite anybody that may be watching this or watching it tomorrow. If you're a veteran or a veteran-owned business or employs veterans, please come out, be a part of our parade, and not only just be a part of it, but come out and cheer everybody on.
So school is unfortunately in. It's always in on Veterans Day. But from what we understand, Jasper Middle School will have the kids out along Stegall Drive to cheer the veterans on as they kind of make their way down to the Memorial Park. I believe another elementary school is coming. Tate is coming as well.
They'll be busted.
Which we love, but we encourage everyone that might want to come and line Main Street and let's celebrate the veterans as they come home. So, Tuesday at 10 a.m.
And the weather's going to be great this year.
Yes.
Well, it's going to be amazing. So the day before, the day of, it's going to be amazing. So no worries about that unless, you know, the California weather and what's going on in California and Washington State, unless that atmospheric weather decides to come this way. But we've got some really beautiful weather that's going to participate with us this year.
So we put in an order for good weather.
We did, Mayor.
I will say this, and to the 4 VSOs that are represented, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, as mayor and as a public servant, thank you, because without you, we wouldn't be doing what we do, we wouldn't be where we are. So next year is America's 250th. And I think a big part of celebrating our country is finding ways to collaborate with this organization or these 4 VSOs to find a way forward, whether that's public, private, a mixture, a hybrid, all ideas are on the table. And you have our commitment to be a part of that. What I'm really hoping will work is our community. Our community is a generous community. We have some amazing individuals. And I'm hoping that maybe just someone is right behind the camera watching. And when they watch the video, they get your contact information, they realize they have a calling to help. And so I think our community can band behind this together. This council is pretty committed. We've had some internal conversations on how to help. And so looking into next year and celebrating our country, look for ways for us to partner together.
And we appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for all this.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ms. Kim, I have you as a Scarecrow contest winner on my agenda.
Well, I'm
under
gonna
presentation.
ask for some help with this.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask for Paris Lowry, our chair of the DDA, and Carly Glaze, our community engagement manager, to come on up. And I'm just gonna run the computer.
Paris, you don't have to worry about technology, Ms. Kim's got it.
That's perfect.
That's scary.
You know, I think clearly this is the reason we're all here tonight. After that presentation from Angie to know who won the Scarecrow contest on Main Street. Super important stuff, and I appreciate y'all showing up for this tonight. It really means a lot. I mean, you know, it's good to have fun in our community and do things that bring people to our downtown. So the Jasper Downtown Development Authority this year was in charge of the Scarecrow contest. I don't know the answer to this, but this may have been one of the biggest contests we've ever had. Participant
We have
level was
39.
huge, which is really encouraging to see. And I know our downtown businesses appreciate it. Carly certainly deserves all the credit, but our DDA board, many of whom were there to volunteer for the event, appreciate them pitching in. So without further ado, I know you're all very excited. Third place, oh, by the way, so we had gift certificates donated by 3 downtown restaurants. 61 Main,
LC Taco, and the Old Mule House. They donated the gift certificates tonight, so we appreciate them. And for third place, a $50 gift certificate to to 61 Main goes to Honeysuckle Florist. One of our very own. Congratulations, yes, congratulations.
Come get it.
Well done.
I think they.
Wayne, you're the
You want a photo opportunity?
Yes.
Yes, they're coming.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, take a picture of the
Hold on.
It's me. Okay, it's me and Mary. Okay. Hold on. Those come too. Okay, sorry.
I was just looking at the phone.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Does anyone else want a picture?
Thank you.
All right, second place goes to a $75 gift certificate to LC Taco, goes to Hill City Elementary School. My only question is, out of all the kids at Hill City, who's gonna get the $75? I mean, it's gonna be a busy night at LC Taco. I don't know if they're ready for it or not, but
How much is a 5 gallon
congratulations.
bucket of queso?
Yeah. It's a nacho.
1, 2, 3.
All right. And first place. Yeah, drum roll please. A $100 gift certificate to the Old Mule House goes to Tate Elementary School. Congratulations, well done.
We're all free
The-
to eat with that, that's it.
That's fine. The doghouse, that was a nice addition. Was that the bulldog?
Yes,
Yes.
that was supposed to
The
be
mascot,
the
right?
bulldog.
Very nice,
Yeah.
very nice.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
I'm going.
Great job, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
See you all on the 11th.
See you on
Yes,
the
you
11th.
will.
All 680 of them.
Late. Really late. 2 a.m. type stuff. On Sunday.
Council, at this time, next item on the agenda is to adopt the agenda that has been previously distributed to you. I'm gonna go ahead and yield the floor for a motion to adopt the agenda.
Make a motion to adopt the agenda.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion second, any discussion, council? All in favor? Opposed, same. Thank you, council. Public comments. I do have the public comment section next on the agenda. And I want to go over the guidelines. Number one, the mayor will announce the public comment section of the agenda. This is not an unlimited public forum. Individual making the comment must be physically present, state their name and address for the record. Comments are limited to city matters. Comments are limited to 3 minutes per person. The mayor has the right to extend time. No personal attacks or unwarranted accusations. The mayor or presiding officer has the right to end the comment or comments due to violations of rules or length of the agenda. Individual commenting can only exercise their public comment section of the meeting once a meeting. No individual can allocate or transfer their time for comment to another person. No inappropriate language, signs, or images, and public comment period is limited to a total of 30 minutes. This evening, I'm going to go ahead and apologize in advance. I have one individual that has signed up. His first name is Barry. Last name starts with an E, I believe. I am so sorry. Can't make that. Mr. Barry, are you present?
Barry, did you sign up for public comment? Did you mean to?
No,
Okay,
but
Barry signed it
I'm
wrong.
happy to, this is my comment.
Well, thank you, sir.
I think you signed up on the wrong paper.
Fantastic. Next item on the agenda, council, I have your consent agenda as distributed. I'm going to yield the floor for a motion.
Make a motion, consent agenda be adopted.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Motion and second, any discussion, council? All in favor? Opposed, same? Thank you, council. Next item on the agenda is a public hearing. I will now open the public hearing. Public hearing has a few items. Item number one, Ms. Burgess, you can expand on this for a moment. I have the applicant's legal counsel's requested to continue the application. The item is a request by applicant SDH Atlanta LLC on behalf of Donald Silvers, Danny Silvers, and David Blent. Approximately 48.65 acres, zone Pickens Ag District at 773 Fairview Road to annex property into the City of Jasper. Is that correct? The applicant's legal has asked for continuance?
Yes, Attorney Huff is present here tonight as well.
So legal counsel's present. Would you like to make a statement about the request, sir?
Yes, we had a planning commission hearing, and it was brought out that there's obviously some sewer and water issues and utility issues, some of which obviously we'd be responsible for handling our own, and we know that's gonna be a while, but also what really was intriguing is there was an existing problem. Want to make sure that we understand what that existing problem might be, and if our property or our development might be in a position to help that, but just, we understand that this property can't get developed until this is all resolved anyway, so speed is not a problem, so we would like to have some time to discuss these issues before we move forward.
Awesome. That is for item number 1 and item number 2, which is the request for 773 Fairview Road to rezone the property.
That's correct.
That was 1 and 2. All right. Item number 3.
So are we going to continue it to a date certain?
Yes, I'll ask council under old business to take action.
Okay.
Yep, just for the public hearing. I'll move on to item number 3. I have a request by applicant Barry, Classic Properties LLC, 1.28 acres on PUD plans. Is the applicant present? Yes, sir, you are here. Would you like to make a comment?
I already made my comment.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate that. Good evening, everybody. My name is Barry Elias, I live in Atwood, Georgia. That's my piece of land, that little triangle thing. And we're asking for a, what's it called?
Special use permit.
Special use permit to get a drive-through through the southern side of that. Other than that, I appreciate your time at this hearing, and I can leave it over to Ms. Elizabeth.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Staff, welcome.
Welcome. Good evening, Mayor, members of the council. So the next item that we have before you is a request by our applicant and property owner, Barry Elias, for his property located at 489 Mountain Boulevard South. Mr. Elias is here requesting a special use permit to allow for a drive-through restaurant on his property. So a quick overview of the site context. The subject property is approximately 1.25 acres in size, and it is located within the Gateway Master Plan community, which is about a quarter mile north of the northwest corner of Highway 515 and Highway 108. Mr. Elias will be developing a portion of the overall commercial phase, which is planned to consist of a mixed-use shopping center with sit-down and drive-through restaurants, retail opportunities, office space, and personal care uses. And the subject property has frontage on both Highway 515 and Mountain Boulevard South. However, it will be accessed via Mountain Boulevard South, which I believe is a private road located within that development. A bit more of the site context here from the ground. To the north, we have a 2-story professional office building. To the east, we have Highway 515 South, an undeveloped commercially zoned property. To the south, we have more undeveloped commercially zoned property. And then to the west, across Mountain Boulevard South, we have single-family attached residences that are also a part of the Gateway Master Plan. So this is the site plan for Mr. Elias's development. Again, he is here this evening requesting a special use permit to allow for a drive-through restaurant within the southern end cap suite there of the center. So in the C2 district, drive-throughs do require a special use permit. This is just to ensure compatibility with surrounding uses and traffic patterns. I've included this copy of the site plan just to kind of show the general location of the drive-through and how it will be oriented within the center. It's approximately 212 linear feet from entry to exit. Approximately 140 feet of that 212 feet will be dedicated towards queuing, so we'll be able to queue about 6 cars. The drive-through will also have a bypass lane that will allow other patrons of the center to continue to maneuver around the building while there are cars in queue. And then I also just wanted to note that the drive-through order point will be separated by about 250 feet from the nearest residence. So there's a decent kind of physical separation in between the drive-through and the closest residential use. The applicant has not yet determined an end user, and I'll get to this a little bit later in the presentation, but staff has crafted a few stipulations just to kind of ensure that this use remains compatible no matter what end user goes in there, whether it's a coffee shop or a restaurant. So when we evaluate a special use permit request, we look to the Pickens County Joint Comprehensive Plan, which designates this property as part of the Jasper R2L commercial corridor. This land use designation promotes a variety of highway-oriented commercial uses adjacent to Highway 515, and staff believes that this proposal is consistent with the comprehensive plan by providing a convenient drive-through use near the intersection of Highway 108 and Highway 515, which, as we all know, are two very well-traveled regional highways. So with that, staff and the Planning Commission are recommending approval of the special use permit subject to conditions. The first condition is that the development is subject to the city's site plan review process, which the applicant has already initiated. The second condition is that configuration of the drive-through lane and pickup window will be in substantial conformance as represented on the site plan. The third condition is that hours of operation are limited from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., 7 days a week. The fourth condition is that the drive-through shall include a bypass lane as represented on the site plan. The fifth condition is that the drive-through shall have a maximum 9-foot clearance. This is just to ensure that there are no oversized vehicles entering the drive-through. The sixth condition is that an awning or other similar weather protection shall be provided at the pickup window. This is for the comfort of the employees and patrons. The seventh condition is that a minimum of 40 feet of stacking shall be provided between the drive-through entry and the order point. The eighth condition is that striping and signage shall be provided at any pedestrian crossings within the drive-through, including employee crossings for trash removal. The ninth condition is that odor mitigation measures shall be implemented to limit the potential for odor trespass into adjacent development. The 10th condition is that site lighting shall be downward directed and dim just to mitigate light trespass from the drive-through. The 11th condition is that the speaker shall not be audible from residential development and that the sound shall be mitigated using volume control, sound attenuation, landscaping, or other measures as approved by the Planning and Development Department. The 12th condition is that a business license is required to open prior to opening. The 13th condition is that no signage is approved as part of this special use permit and that a sign permit will be required. And then the 14th condition is an acknowledgement of our ongoing temporary suspension and that the special use permit, if approved, is not a representation or guarantee of future water or sewer service. So with that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, ma'am. Council, any questions of staff? Thank you, ma'am. Is there anyone here in the public that would like to speak on this matter? Thank you.
Thank you.
This time I'll close public hearing. Item number 1, old business. Consideration of request by applicant SDH Atlanta LLC on behalf of Donald Silvers, Danny Silvers, David Blent. Approximately 48.65 acres, zone Pickens County Ag, located at 773 Fairview Road, to annex property in the City of Jasper. Applicant's legal counsel has requested to continue the application until the December 1st, 2025 City Council meeting.
Yes, that is correct.
Council, yield the floor for a motion to extend this continuance until the December 1st, 2025 City Council meeting.
So moved.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Any discussion, council?
Mr. Mayor, if I may,
Yes, sir.
just for the benefit of the public and also council if you're not informed or not knowledgeable. So anytime we do an annexation, it requires a rezoning as well. And the reason that is because we don't have our zoning for our county and our zoning for the city are different. So there's been some public information dispersed about this being an annexation only. And it's really, it'll be a combination of those two things. So that's all, sir.
Any further comments or discussion? Have a motion to say, all in favor? Opposed, same. Thank you, council. Item number 2, old business, consideration of request by applicant SDH Atlanta LLC on behalf of Donald Silvers, Danny Silvers, David Blent. Approximately 48.65 acres located at 773 Fairview Road to rezone property from Pickens Ag into the City of Jasper. This is also, legal counsel has requested to continue the application until the December 1st, 2025 council meeting. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Council, I'm going to yield the floor for a motion to continue until that date.
So moved.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same. Thank you, council. New business. Item number 1, first. For Ms. Harold.
I get that, okay. Yes, I get that.
Yes, so this is a request for a special use permit to allow for a drive-through restaurant at 489 Mountain Boulevard South. Staff and the planning commission recommend approval of the special use permit subject to conditions.
Council, you have the floor for a motion.
Make a motion to approve with conditions of the special use permit.
I have a motion with conditions. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion, council?
Mr. Elias, you understand the conditions and accept them?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Any further discussion, council? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same. Thank you, council. Thank you, ma'am. New business item number 2, Ms. Golden.
Thank you.
Welcome back.
Let's see if we can get a few more laptops up here.
Okay.
No, I'm good, thank you. So, good evening, Mayor and Council. Y'all got a preview at the last work session on our GFA projects. And so tonight, I'm here before you to ask for approval on issuing the contract to the low bid, which is UWS out of Tryon, Georgia, for the master lift station project. As you remember, we got several bids. I believe we had 9 bidders for this project, which is excellent because it came with a wide range of prices. Low bid was $2,398,719.30, up to $4.3 million at the high end. GMC, who is our consultant for this project, has reviewed the bids, they've done the references, they've done everything, and their recommendation is that we proceed with the low bidder, who is UWS out of Tryon, Georgia. So as a recap of what this project entails, it is to construct a new master sewer lift station that has the capacity to not only handle what we have currently in our system, but also everything that is planned and under construction right now in the northwest basin, plus some extra for the future. They will do also some upsizing of our gravity main with new 14 and 15-inch gravity sewer main, and then some new 10-inch force main in order to accommodate that additional capacity. So this lift station is going to be a duplex station to start off with. That means that it has 2 pumps, but it will be constructed to eventually become a triplex station, which means that there will be room for a 3rd pump, and that is what will help with that additional capacity as well. So what we're asking is for council award the master lift station project to UWS with the low bid of $2,398,719.30. And to authorize the mayor to execute any and all documents that are related to this project award. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Council, any questions for staff? Hearing none, I will yield the floor for a motion.
Make a motion that we award the master lift station project to UWS with a low bid of $2.3 million and authorize the mayor to execute any and all documents
Thanks, sir.
related to the project.
And just for clarification, the amount is as listed in the agenda, correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a motion. Do I have a second, council?
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same. Thank you, council.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Moving on to committee report updates, development of local infrastructure. You get to go first.
Well, we continue to try to navigate the suspension difficulties. That's probably the number one thing that we have before us. I'd also like to give the council and public a little bit of update on our, what I mentioned in our last meeting, which is the situation which has developed between Gateway, and their developer. Through conversations on either end, I think those negotiations on their taking over their public properties and roads is moving forward favorably. So unfortunately, not quite to the point where it would require some sort of review and or decision by council. But otherwise, that's really all I have.
Sir, anything further?
Not that, what that.
Finance administration. You're solo tonight.
Yeah, solo. Remind council that at our last meeting, the millage rate was set, which allows the administrative staff to start working on a budget for fiscal year '26. That will be presented to council at a meeting on November 20th at 6 o'clock. Lots of hard work coming in, getting it ready for the 20th meeting.
Thank you, sir. Enterprise.
Bingo.
Jimmy,
So we have the project that we just voted for and lots of others going.
big project.
Big projects. I think the other thing we need to recognize, we're also, staff is out there fighting water line issues on a daily basis. And I thank them for their work.
Thank you, sir. Parks and properties.
No, sir, no updates from my, I just appreciate the city and all the help through all the festivals, fun day times in October. City got a pretty big job keeping the parks clean and straight, nice, and they did a real good job.
Thank you. Speaking of parks and properties, before we get off this committee, I do have one request of the committee. Met with a resident recently in reference to the entrances of North Wigington Park. We have some that are open for public use, some that are closed. And so if this committee can get together with staff and also the public safety committee, which is half of y'all anyways, and come up with the recommendation on which entrances we will continue to use and which ones we don't want to use. Right now, there's a total of 4. 2 of them are closed, 2 of them are open. I am okay with that. I believe staff will be, but I would like for it to come from committee, a recommendation on either holding steady or any improvement we may see. If you can have that by the next meeting, that would be phenomenal. That resident will greatly appreciate it. And speaking of public safety.
We've been trying to meet over the past month to talk about parking downtown. We had to reschedule some meetings, so it is on the agenda to see if we can help out our local businesses downtown. So plan on meeting here in the next few weeks. I too would like that to happen before the December meeting, so we can look at calendars and get that scheduled. Outside of that, I just want to thank the chief for helping Arbor Hills out on Halloween. Thanks for riding through and understanding that y'all are pulled in a lot of directions. So just want to say thank you for there. And Station 14 is now open and available to run calls. So that happened last week. And yeah, looking forward to seeing the buildings.
Thank you, sir. City manager comments. Mr. Douglas.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So, wanted to, before council, y'all have kind of an 18-month update, check-in, whatever you'd like to call it. I think it's prudent to, from time to time, to provide you a little bit of my own, little bit of accountability in terms of, you kind of enter into kind of a sprint, so to speak. Last May, I kind of come in, you all, Kim, the staff, kind of in this sprint. So, you know, you just kind of come in, you're trying to figure out, okay, yeah, I've been here before, but there's been a lot of change, good positive change, but, you know, what are the goals, what are the objectives, what's moving forward? So you kind of start from there. And so the first few months, you're trying to figure it back out, and then you kind of get some momentum going. You're looking at budgets, you're looking at personnel, you're looking at other things. So I did want to just bring up specifically to the public, because I know oftentimes you'll hear about projects that Kim had talked about October 23rd. I would encourage you to go back and look at the video, look at the minutes in terms of all the good projects we're doing in terms of water, sewer. But just in normal everyday business, we've got a really slim team that accomplishes what I'm about to tell you. So over 4,000 service orders. So when you think about the two persons who sit at customer service in terms of processing those, the 4 or 5 people operationally that go out and try to look at those, in addition to about 7 from the street team, and 91,000 payments taken and processed over this 18-month period. So that's not my math, that's Lindsay. So if it was me, I'd probably just round it to 100,000. But anyway, over 5,000 accounts payable checks issued. Now, Mr. Hanna alluded to the fact that unfortunately we've not been able to meet public safety. We've had some personnel challenges, but what that means too is, like for instance, Lindsay has been at it alone for about 10 days. So on top of being the CFO, on top of leading her team that's processing, she's processing, she's paying, she's doing. I've said it before, we have working managers. So oftentimes if you see a department leader missing from this particular body, it's because they're probably doing. We don't have the luxury in some communities of just doing what some department heads do and just kind of sit and talk about vision, talk about strategic planning. We actually physically have to do. So this is a little bit more about the team and less about me. I know oftentimes it's like, well, what do you do? Well, city manage, you manage. And you say, well, what do you do? Well, sometimes I have to physically do too, because certain documents don't just get done, but overall, I try to support the team, because I do have to augment at times some of the things that they're out there doing on the daily, because if Lindsay's sitting at the counter, as she was today during lunch, you just have to, all of us pull weight with Miss Lori. Now here's what I want y'all to applaud, and I want the public to hear this too. So the $250 stipend that you all get is just that. It's just a little bit for your time. But in 18 months, you've done 39 public meetings. That doesn't mean all the meetings you've had with constituents, apart from a quorum. I know Mr. Hanna, the mayor, Dr. Proctor, each of you put in the time outside of these walls. But in terms of just what you've done inside this 39 meetings in 18 months, and you've covered, in addition to Emmy and her team, 230 items and over 80 ordinances and resolutions. And I'll just full disclosure, I think I miscounted the 80 resolutions and ordinances. I kind of did this a little bit on my own. Lori can fact check me. So Angela, I told this to Dan, just fact check me on some of this stuff. It's pretty accurate. If anything, I've actually, estimated down.
Say 80-ish.
80-ish. Now here's the thing too, and the public may not know this, because oftentimes you'll hear, okay, well, staff, before you use your packets, you have this, you have this. Okay. There's about 2,912 pages associated with the 230 plus items. Now that I do know is purely accurate, because the packets are obviously in a PDF, and I can hopefully do simple arithmetic. Maybe. Again, don't fact check me. Over 2,900 pages you've had to review in 18 months. So here's the thing, here's a little bit of a brag for, police and fire. But this is, I got the data to support it. And you see it every month,
when the chiefs provide you the numbers in the packet, but I think when you look at the totality of it all, and you look at it from a broad 18-month period, it's 17,217 calls for service. 17,272 calls for service. Now, without getting chief sheriff stuff, I had already had 18,000. So he fact checked me, he gave me a specific, so I did put it down. Chief sheriff, you'll be proud to know, it's 17,272. So you just think about all this stuff, Mr. Hanna alluded to Friday night, there were like 3 or 4 different things going on with the team at 3 or 4 different locations simultaneously. And fortunately, we had Major Davis downtown. He was able to go out to the Cove. You're able to dispatch out to this event, to this thing. So beyond the front and back, the special stuff, and I call it special stuff because there were things set in motion in terms of kind of these initiatives that you wanted to see fulfilled. Some of it was checking a box. Some of it was a little more elaborate. I know that Mr. Faust had challenged me when I first started back last May. Let's deliver on some of these things. Let's not just keep talking about it. Let's not just be in the committee meeting inside the conference room and just keep talking about it. Let's go out and do. So I heeded that challenge. It doesn't really take a whole lot to motivate the team. Most of the time, they just want direction to say, is it a go? And then they move forward. And then you just get out of their way and trust they got it, because no one of the 8 folks that I lead will be as hard on themselves as themselves. All I have to do is just manage expectations, try to help put it all together. But I do want you to take a look at this and just reflect as we get closer to the end of this calendar year, as we ramp up for 2026. We've got some staff initiatives that we're planning to roll out the 2026 year. In terms of the 20 years that I've been doing this, you don't get stale, you just continue to throttle up. We've got a lot of projects that we have to just finish out over the next 24 to 30 months. So there's not going to be this home run type, yeah, we knocked this one out. It's going to look back over the next 24 to 48 months and say, oh yeah, this is what we've all accomplished. So I wanted to reflect this evening, take that, digest it. That way, when we get to the November 20th budget public hearing, you'll see how that plays out. And then obviously the December 1 council meeting, when hopefully we'll adopt the agenda along with some other year-end agenda items. So with that, I would like to have Kim bring up some stuff for us to celebrate. Go ahead, Kim.
Thank you. So since we started with honoring our veterans this evening, it is fitting that we end with honoring our veterans. And it is my pleasure to be able to recognize those veterans who are within Team Jasper. So, without further ado, we'll start with our police department. We have Lieutenant Brandon Heath. We have Caleb Steed. We have John Massey, one of our newest officers. John Swindler, who we hope will be coming home to us very soon. And Mr. Mike Davis, hiding in the corner. Moving over to Public Works, we have Chuck Shannon, works for Josh's team. And then with Fire, we have Dallas McHale, James Kendra, James Weaver, John Jones, and Kevin Duncan. And last but not least, we honor Brandon Hanna, our council member. So we can and that is what I have.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor's comments, as Councilmember Hannah mentioned Station 14 for Jasper Fire Department opened up recently. It is responding to calls, providing public safety for our community. The ISO rating for Jasper Fire Department and the City of Jasper did go to an ISO 3, which was an improvement, effective October 1st, so that is also in play. The events in downtown recently for Halloween, trick-or-treating, and all the other events went off well. No major incidents to report. Thank you to everyone that had a part to play in that, specifically for the children out gathering candy and having fun. Thank you for providing a safe community. Two things to mention: the State of the City, I'll be delivering on November 11th at 7 a.m. at Chattahoochee Tech. I encourage everyone to come join us. And then after that, the Veterans Day Parade at 10 a.m. in downtown Jasper. Please come out and show your support for the Veterans Day Parade. Next item on the agenda, I have an executive session listed for legal. Entertain a motion to go into executive session for legal.
So moved.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion, council? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same. Thank you, council. We are now in executive session. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.